Micah, just how did you see this team navigate the emotions and the physicality that was out there to pull this one out?
Yeah, I think the one thing about this ball club, meaning OKC, obviously very, very good basketball team, but we're comfortable playing them. We match up well with them, and they don't do anything that we didn't see in the Western Conference Finals and that type of thing. But the one thing that we always preach against this ball club is you got to win the possession game, and that comes down to they're number one in as far as turning the basketball over. They don't turn it over, and they force turnovers. So every single night when you watch them, they're getting an extra 10, 15 possessions. And tonight we won the possession game, and that's huge. It was an ugly game both ways, but I think it was an entertaining game, and I really think that, I know Coach Finch didn't want to get kicked out right there, but that really got us going. And, he's talking about first quarter we started slow. We didn't think he'd have to take it to that extreme to get us to going, but, it really did. That really, obviously everybody rallied around Coach Finch, and the one great thing about us being together for the last 5 years, nothing changes. We're calling the same plays. Pablo's doing his thing. East-T's doing his thing at the defensive end, and we're all just an extension of Coach Finch. So the game plan didn't change. Nothing. We didn't run any new plays or anything like that. So it was just, again, it was business as usual. And I was really proud of the guys, and nobody really got it going offensively for either team. But we tried to share the ball. We tried to make the right play, and at the end of the game, we made one or two more than they did. He did not want to get kicked out, I don't think, at all. And, yeah, I thought, he wasn't that far out on the floor.
Micah, it was an eventful ejection. Like, how did you just settle the group down after that and go forward?
This might sound funny, John, but I really didn't. To be honest, because I think that instead of, hey, stop, I liked the energy that it kind of brought. And this group's been together so long. We got a lot of vets. You got even Mike Conley over there that's not playing in Joe Ingles. They do more of the settling down. I was just making sure that I knew how to work the pad and plates and all that type of thing. But I just really think that the guys, again, all the credit to those guys, and they just played their butt off.
Talked about the possession game. Rudy had 7 offensive rebounds, obviously the last one that set up the 3 off the missed free throw. What did you just think of his impact? Is he kind of an X factor for you guys in this one? They obviously play multiple centers, but if he can be that, how helpful is that for you guys?
Absolutely. It's huge. And even the fact that they were trying to, a little bit when Rudy was out, they go smaller, this and that. But the one thing that Rudy does do when he's on the floor is, and especially when they try to go big with him, then that means they're in coverage. And then also when they try to switch, then Rudy did a great job tonight on the offensive glass, keeping balls alive even. And it's the same old story for the Timberwolves. When Rudy plays well and Rudy plays with energy, we usually win basketball games.
Then Ant, obviously the last shot was big, but just his general activity tonight, 12 rebounds, what did you just think of kind of everything he tried to give you?
Yeah, I think that, the last, we haven't been, I guess we had a good film session the other day, and Coach Finch, we're talking about guys and just challenging guys, which he always does, and just talking about how can you impact the game other than scoring. Obviously Ant makes plays for others, but just talking about going in, getting rebounds. Like you said, if you watch, you've seen all our games, Jace. Rudy gets hit. They put 2 guys on. I'm not saying they're fouling him, but he takes up 2 guys. So we've always are on our smalls going in rebound. And the one thing, Ant sometimes struggles to box out. So we're like, well, if you ain't going to box out, go get the ball. And tonight he went and got 12 of them.
You guys haven't played really scrappy basketball that much this season. It's been kind of a hallmark, at least certainly 2 years ago, and when you were going well, you showed up last year. 29 second chance points against a 24-2 team. Do you think tonight, the scrappiness, what was it about it that made it flip that way? Was it the caliber of the opposition?
No, I think so, and I think you guys are going to think I'm full of crap, but I really think that Finch got in him the other day during the film session, and then he got fired up and got tossed, and I think they didn't want another butt chewing tomorrow. But at the end of the day, you're absolutely right. What we talked about is we're a third of the way into the season. We have yet to really feel like we've caught our groove, and just for whatever reason that may be. We just talked about the one way that you can't always control shots going into that, but just your energy, your effort, again, attacking the glass. The one thing that we talked about again is winning the possession game, and obviously that includes taking care of the basketball, but the other thing is exactly what happens, crashing the glass, getting those extra shots, and it's kind of interesting how the last one, the big one, was off of second chance points or whatnot that Ant hit, which was huge.
Last season, Finch said that OKC plays defense with fouling a lot, and it doesn't get called. Tonight he gets ejected after 2 non-calls on 1 possession, and then you guys proceed to shoot 47 free throws. Did he get his point across?
I think so. I mean, for sure he did. And I think the one thing that we just kept telling him, if John T, going back to your point, like how we just ride the troops, all he just said was, hey, he didn't get tossed for anything, meaning keep going to the rim, keep going to the bucket, stay in attack mode, because they will call, and they will call the fouls. And if you continue to go and continue to get hit, they're not going to get all of them. But at the end of the day, I mean, you can't complain shooting 47. I mean, late game, it's probably, at any day, they shot 30 of them as well. So there was a lot of stoppages. The other thing that helped with, in all honesty, is you look and Ant playing 41 minutes coming back after injury, and he was mad when I took him out at the end of the fourth quarter. However, because there was all those stoppages, we were able to catch their wind, our guys.
Micah, you talked about nobody going off really in this game offensively. Shea has 35, but not as efficiently as he normally does. You changed your rotation, so Jaden was out there with all of his minutes, kind of in place of Ant, and then so Ant was out there when Shea wasn't. What went into that? Why did that work?
I think the one thing we have is multiple guys that can guard Shea. The one thing that hurt us a little bit was no Jalen Clark tonight, and and Ant coming back from the foot and having to take take on the load at the offensive end, just trying to. And it also kind of filtered into the fact where we could also stagger Julius and Ant a little bit, so we get another ball handler against this team with the pressure. And to that point, you're talking about the rotations. I know Rob didn't score, but he's plus 10 tonight with 6 rebounds and 3 assists. And I thought just getting himself downhill, and it was good to see him respond as well with those minutes that he had in the fourth, going back in there. And but again, to answer your question, just felt that Jaden. I mean, we all know how well Jaden defends and guards, and that's kind of a tough ask for him just to, when you're guarding Shea for 37 minutes. But when there's 77 free throws taken in a game and Shea only takes 8 of them, we did a pretty good job of defending without fouling.
And then you kind of went back and forth between Randall and Gobert at the end of the game. How tricky is that to kind of know what button you want to push in those spots?
Yeah, I think that actually it was Kevin Hansen late in the game, and we'd struggled to score down there. When we got a little, we struggled to score for the most part all night, but we had that little bit of stretch where I think we were up 6, and they kind of closed it, and just to switch up the matchups, and then I think when we put Julius in, then they put in Holmgren, and then what that happened was it kind of got Nas loose a little bit on the one bucket that he made. So it's very difficult every night just because we have a luxury of those 3 guys being awfully good, and at times you even see us trying to play all 3 of them. So tonight, again, that was Kevin Hansen said, hey, what do you think about going Julius back here just to kind of see what happens to get us a little bit of an offensive look, and then it worked out, and then we put Rudy back in late for defense, and he gets the kick out on the offensive rebound. Appreciate y'all.